I'm 99% sure that Cramser said he loved My Wave at some point in his life. Just he can't hear me, but
Yes, I can. It was My Way or the Highway by Limp Bizkit.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Listography, Soundgarden Week, Day 2, Top 10 songs. We ranked the 6 studio albums yesterday. Now we're each going to give you our picks for our favorite songs. Who wants to start?
I'll start it off. I started the albums, I'll start the songs. We want to save Joe because he's the Soundgarden lover. My number 10, I've got Pretty Noose. Love the opening psychedelic guitar sound, hammering drums. I like the melody. I think a lot of the guitar melodies are pretty underrated here. Number 9 from Superunknown, I've got Head Down. Love the acoustic guitar. Love like the mellowed out kind of vocals in the verse. Pretty unique for that. It's one of the only moments in Superunknown that doesn't really sound like any other moments. Number 8, I've got Hands All Over. Great riff, just really good, hard, heavy rock song. Cornell sounds so good here. Number 7, I'm going early Soundgarden here with Mood for Trouble. I really love just how fast and fierce and rumbling it is. Really cool. They kind of went away from some of that more like hardcore punk kind of influence later on. Number 6, I've got Superunknown. Great riff. I love the little break and then just a killer guitar solo. It's got just that great classic stoner rock kind of vibes to it. Number 5, I've got Room 1,000 Years. Wide, really nice, heavy, great groove to it. 4, Blackhole Sun. There's a kid in high school I used to, or middle school. He was really weird. I'm not going to say his name, but he used to just walk around the halls doing the high background. He would just walk around going, Black Hole Sun. It was so bizarre. And he was also kind of dangerous and troublesome. So it was weird. But Black Hole Sun's a great song. It's got so much just weird kind of psychedelic stuff going on and different, like the sound of the guitar is really cool. And the breakdown when it's like so dark and moody. I love it. Number 3, Spoonman, just kind of like a classic rock kind of song for them, where it just kind of in almost like blues style, or just puts out a verse and then goes Spoonman. It's just really cool. Number 2, Jesus Christ Pose. Such a weird kind of written guitar song, but so much action on it and just so cool, so much attitude. But my number 1 has got to be Loud Love. I love the way the guitar sound. I love the riff. And I think this is Chris's best vocal performance in the Soundgarden catalog. I love how it kind of just keeps building and building. Really awesome. My favorite Soundgarden song, Loud Love.
Go in the same order that we did the last video. I will go next. I've got my number 10. It's going to be Dusty from Down on the Upside. Kind of a different track for them. There's some like dobro or resonator on it, which is really cool. I like the melody a lot, and Matt Cameron's drumming on it's really good. Number 9, I have Loud Love. Great riff. Chris Cornell kind of screaming to the heavens on this one. It's awesome. Number 8, Outshined. Great sludgy riff and a great chorus. Number 7, I've got Jesus Christ Pose. Just so cool, so weird. One of the weirdest guitar parts ever to be in a song like that. It works somehow. Number 6, I've got Searching with My Good Eye Closed. Really love the melody on it. It's awesome. Number 5, Rusty Cage. There's a part in it where they go to like this halftime groove and it's kind of like the stop and start thing. It's so heavy. It's awesome. Number 4, I've got Drawing Flies. Really cool. I love the horns on it. Really interesting. Chris Cornell's vocal cadence on it's really awesome too. Another great riff from Kim Thale. Number 3, I've got Pretty Noose. So many cool guitar tones in one song. It's awesome. And I love the chorus on it's great. 2, I've got Get on the Snake with that awesome kind of slinky groove. Really cool. But my number one is Slaves and Bulldozers. Like I said in the previous video, just one of the most badass rock vocal performances ever. I think it's peak Chris Cornell. It is so awesome. I love it. He just keeps getting higher and higher. And when you think he's reached the top, he just goes another 4 levels. It's amazing.
Very cool lists. Probably cooler than mine. Mine's boring as hell, but I'm going to do it anyway. Number 10, I got The Day I Tried to Live. I love that the bass kind of takes the lead on that one. It's real kind of rumbling, funky, almost bass. Number 9, I got Believe Together, which they could have used on Down the Upside. It was the B-side to Burn in My Hand. It's a little faster, a little punkier, a little more radio friendly, something they could have used on Down on the Upside, I think. Number 8, I got Rusty Cage. Just, I love that almost call and response guitar intro. Just it's really cool. 7, I got Face Pollution, a really weird song, really odd Kim Thale guitar on the bridge, and then there's like these horns popping in out of nowhere. Sounds like it's like backwards and forwards at the same time. It's really cool. Number 6, Blackhole Sun, just awesome. Love the intro with the like single note acoustic, well, not acoustic, single note electric guitar, really kind of Indian psychedelic sounding. Something Kim Thale probably doesn't get enough credit for is his use of like world music. I mean, his parents were Indian, I think, so he kind of brings that psychedelic sound in, which I think is a really cool addition to like the metal riffs. And he does some cool stuff there. I love the Vernon Reid inspired guitar solo as well. Number 5, I got Pretty Noose. I love the way it starts off. That whole album, just the perfect intro to that album. It's very weird and like disconcerting. Feels like it's like bubbling up. Really cool, awesome bass line as well. I think it's a weird time signature, and I know they've tuned down to like C something. They're like way the hell lower. So it's just one of those songs that like sounds different, even though it's not like way out there. It's still like a rock song, but just the way they approach everything makes it sound fresh and new. Number 4, I got Crams's least favorite song, My Wave. I love the psychedelic guitar. There's like 4 layers of Kim Thale guitar, and they all sound really cool. And I love the drum sound. It sounds like Matt Cameron's like beating on a trash can on that one. Very metallic. And just a great vocal performance, of course. Number 3, Spoonman, my screen name, Instant Messenger in high school was Rock on Spoonman. I'm not a big like drum solo guy, but I'll make an exception for a spoon solo for sure. Number 2, Burden in My Hand. I love the Cornell vocals, that jangly, jaunty piano, and the way the whole band kind of comes in on Cameron's drums. Just really cool. I wish they kind of gone to that different sound a little more, really varying what they brought, and really catchy, just a super catchy, melodic, radio ready song. Really great stuff. Number 1, though, is going to be Outshined. Looking California, feeling Minnesota. Just that riff, every riff, the verse riff, the chorus riff, every riff on that song just rules. After Ultra Mega OK and Loud Love, this is sort of a more mature sounding, a little less punky, a little more kind of like classic riffage, and I think they nail it. So that is my number 1, Outshined, Badmotorfinger.
I feel like the big takeaway from Soundgarden Week is how much Kim Thale is underrated. I don't think we've ever talked about him on the channel before, and really awesome. Doesn't get enough credit.
Very different sounding. Like he's not like one of those pleasing guitarists. Like he's not like McCready and Pearl Jam, where it's like, oh, you got that like classic rock sound that you can like rely on, and like, oh, this takes me back. He does a lot of like dissonance, a lot of like weird textures, some of that Indian music, the psychedelic stuff, and it's not quite as radio friendly as the other grungers. Cantrell had like the super hair metal almost style, where everything just like those big riffs and those big bends and everything. And Thale was a different dude. So yeah, we definitely haven't talked about him enough, but kind of comes back to Soundgarden only put out a couple albums, so there's not that like much room to talk about. He only had a limited output, and he didn't do anything after. So it's like, where you been, Kim?
I don't know about you guys, but I don't really remember hearing Soundgarden on the radio other than Blackhole Sun, especially nearly as much as the other acts. So
I don't know about that. All of those, at least those 5 or 6 songs from Superunknown got played to death.
Yeah. Outshined, you hear Rusty Cage every once in a while. Down on the Upside, you'll hear once in a while Burden in My Hand and Pretty Noose, but mostly seems to be Superunknown. But there's like 6 tracks that they'll play on the radio daily.
All right, so everybody let us know what your favorite Soundgarden songs are. Drop your top 10 down in the comments. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell for notifications. Check the description for links to our social media accounts. And we will see you tomorrow for our side 3 discussion, talking about grunge. See you then.